Hey, before we dive into today's message, I just want to say this. Thank you for being here. Seriously, out of all the videos on this platform, out of all the noise and chaos in the world right now, you clicked this one, you showed up, and I don't take that lightly. This space isn't about being perfect. It's not about showing off or pretending like we have it all figured out. This space is about growth. It's about becoming stronger, wiser, more powerful mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And most importantly, it's about learning how to protect our energy in a world that's constantly trying to drain it. Now, let me be real with you. The world we live in today, it's loud. Everybody's sharing everything, from what they ate for breakfast to who they're dating to how much money they made last month. We become so addicted to putting everything out there. And sometimes we forget that privacy is power. You don't always need to explain yourself. You don't have to prove your worth. You don't need 100 likes or 1,000 views to validate your journey. You just need to know who you are, and more importantly, what to keep for yourself. Because here's the truth. Not everything is meant to be shared. Some things lose their value the moment they leave your mouth. Some dreams die early because they were exposed too soon. Some relationships crumble because too many outside voices were invited into something sacred. So today, we're talking about things you should never share with anyone. Not because we're trying to be secretive, not because we don't trust people, but because we're learning how to protect what's valuable. Because when you protect your peace, when you protect your energy, you protect your purpose. If you're new here, welcome. If you're already subscribed, you know the vibe. But if this is your first time, go ahead, subscribe. Not just to this channel, but to a new level of self-respect, to a new level of awareness, to a new version of you. This isn't about being cold. This is about being wise. This is about knowing what parts of you the world gets to see, and what parts you keep sacred. Because not everyone deserves access to your story. Not everyone can handle your truth. So buckle up, because this message might hit deep. It might challenge how you've been moving, but I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll feel stronger, clearer, and more focused than ever before. Let's get into it. This is your reminder to protect what's yours. Let's talk about the things you should never share with anyone. Let me tell you something real right now. Your dreams, your goals, those ideas that keep you up at night, the ones that light a fire in your soul, yeah, not everyone deserves to hear about them. We live in a time where people love to overshare. We feel this weird pressure to announce every little step before we've even taken it. I'm starting a business. I'm moving here. I'm going to do this and that and change my whole life. But here's the truth. Not everyone needs to know your next move, because the moment you put your deepest plans out into the world, they stop being just yours. You start hearing opinions. Doubt creeps in. People project their fears onto you. They'll say stuff like, "You sure you can do that? Sounds risky. Are you even qualified for that?" And boom, just like that, something that once felt exciting now feels heavy, because somebody else planted their fear into your soil. Now your dream is fighting to survive in poisoned ground. Listen, it's not that people are evil. It's not always hate. Sometimes it's just that people can't see beyond their own limitations. They're not meant to see your vision, because it wasn't given to them. It was given to you. That idea that lives inside your heart, it's yours for a reason. So treat it like something sacred. Protect it. Nurture it in silence. Let it grow in the dark. Water it. Shape it. Work on it quietly. And when it blooms, let your results do the talking. There's real power in moving silently. There's something unstoppable about a person who's grinding in private, leveling up without broadcasting every move. Because while they're watching, wondering what you're up to, you're already 10 steps ahead. And by the time they find out, it's already done. You already made it. You already built it. And the best part? You didn't need validation. You didn't need applause. You just needed faith and focus. So next time you feel tempted to share your next big move, pause. Ask yourself, do they really need to know? Or do I just want reassurance? Because real confidence doesn't scream. It whispers. It says, watch me work. Let them be surprised. Let them wonder how you did it. Let your success be the loudest thing they hear from you. Because the truth is, the strongest moves are made in silence. The loudest victories are born in private. And the most powerful dreams, they grow best when they're protected from the noise. Keep building. Keep dreaming. But most importantly, keep it to yourself until it's ready. Your plans are precious. Treat them that way. 2, your weaknesses. Let's get real for a second. We all have weaknesses. Every single one of us. We all carry pain, fears, insecurities, doubts. Stuff we don't talk about but feel deep in our bones. And yeah, vulnerability is powerful. There's strength in being real and being honest. But here's what you have to understand. Not everyone deserves access to your soft spots. Read that again. Not everyone deserves access. You can't just hand your heart to anyone with a smile. You can't open your soul to people who haven't shown they'll protect it. Because the harsh truth is, some people don't want to help you heal. They just want to know where it hurts. They want to know your weaknesses, not to lift you up, but to use it as leverage, to gossip about you, to bring you down when it benefits them, to say, see, I knew they weren't that strong when you stumble. And listen, that doesn't mean you should walk around pretending to be unbreakable. It doesn't mean you should bottle everything up, but it does mean you've got to be intentional about who you open up to. Not every friend is a safe space. Not every shoulder is meant for your tears. Protect your story. Protect your struggles. Share them with people who've earned the right to hear them. People who have proven they'll sit with you in the dark, not just show up when you're shining. People who listen without judgment and hold your hand without needing to post it. The wrong person with the right information can do a lot of damage. And once your wounds are exposed in the wrong room, it's hard to undo that. So yeah, be real, be honest, but don't be reckless with your truth. Your pain is personal. Your healing is sacred. Treat it that way. Work on yourself behind closed doors. Cry if you need to. Break down if you have to. But don't give people the blueprint to destroy you. Let them see the strength. Let them see the growth. But the battle, the nights you didn't sleep, the doubts you wrestled with, the moments you almost gave up, that part of the story is yours. And you get to decide who hears it when you're ready, on your terms. Because here's the thing, the world will judge your weakness, but it will admire your comeback. So protect your low moments. Use them to build yourself quietly. Then come back stronger, louder, unstoppable. Your scars don't define you, but they do deserve protection. Be soft, be strong, but above all, be selective. Your heart is not public property. Treat it like the treasure it is. Let's talk about something most people don't want to talk about. Money. Yeah, I said it. Look, there's nothing wrong with having money. There's nothing wrong with chasing success, building wealth, wanting more for yourself and your family. That's part of the grind. That's part of leveling up. But here's where we mess up. We start sharing too much. How much we're making, what we just bought, what our next financial move is. And we don't even realize we're giving people way too much access. Let me tell you something real. Not everyone is happy for you when you start doing better. Not everyone claps when your pockets grow. And some people only come around when they think you have something to offer. When people know your money situation, things change. Suddenly, they treat you different. They either start asking for favors, or they start silently competing. Or worse, they start watching you, hoping you fall. You gotta understand this. Your financial life is your business. It's not a status symbol. It's not a scoreboard. It's not a conversation starter. It's your personal journey, and it deserves privacy. You don't owe anyone an explanation for how much you make, how you spend, how you save, or what you choose to invest in. Because here's what happens when you keep it private. You stay focused. You make decisions based on what's best for you, not while impress anyone else. You build smarter. You grow wiser. You move with clarity, not ego. And let's be honest, Some people only want to get close because they smell opportunity. They don't care about your vision. They care about your wallet. And the moment things get tight, they disappear. That's why it's so important to keep certain things low-key. Let them guess. Let them wonder. Let your lifestyle whisper, not scream. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You know what's real wealth? Peace of mind. Freedom. Knowing you can take care of yourself and your loved ones without having to perform for the crowd. So stop posting your bank balance in disguise. Stop letting the world know what's in your pockets. They don't need to know. They don't deserve to know. Build in silence. Stack quietly. Win humbly. And when you do, make it big, because you will. Let your actions speak. Let your life glow from the inside out, because at the end of the day, the real flex is not needing to show off. That's power. That's maturity. That's confidence. So protect your money, not just from thieves, but from envy, fake love, and unwanted attention. Your money matters. Treat it like a dough. Let's talk about something personal. Something we've all been through at some point. Relationship problems. Now, I don't care if you're in a romantic relationship, a friendship, a marriage. Whatever it is, problems will come. Misunderstandings will happen. People will argue. You'll have moments where it feels like things are falling apart. That's normal. But what's not okay is making your relationship a public discussion every time something goes wrong. Because here's the truth. The more people you bring into your relationship drama, the harder it becomes to fix things. You argue with your partner today and tell your friends all the bad stuff they did. But then you and your partner make up tomorrow, and your friends are still side-eyeing them because they only saw the fight. They didn't see the healing. They didn't feel the love that brought you two back together. When you invite outsiders into your relationship, you're giving them a say in something they don't live through every day. They don't see the late-night talks, the shared dreams, the inside jokes, the years of memories. They only see what you've shown them. And that's usually the worst moments. Now, don't get me wrong. Having someone to talk to is important. We all need that one trusted person we can vent to. But that's the key word, trusted. Not the whole group chat. Not your social media feed. Not every friend you meet up with for coffee. Your relationship deserves privacy and protection. It's not about hiding. It's about honoring what you're trying to build. Because love, real love, grows in peace, not in public opinion. And let's not forget how quick people are to judge. You could be going through a rough patch and people will start saying, leave them. They're not good for you. She's too much. He doesn't deserve you. And now their voices are in your head while your heart is still trying to figure things out. Your relationship isn't a reality show. It doesn't need an audience. It needs understanding. It needs grace. It needs two people who are willing to fight for each other behind closed doors. So the next time you feel like venting about your partner, your friend, your spouse, pause. Ask yourself, am I looking for support? Or am I just reacting out of emotion? Because some things are better kept between the people who are actually involved. Handle it privately. Talk it out. Grow through it. Let the world see the love, the joy, the strength, not the struggle. Your relationship isn't for them. It's for you. Protect it. Respect it. And above all, keep it sacred. Let's talk about something that doesn't get talked about enough. Doing good quietly. Now listen, there's nothing wrong with being kind. There's nothing wrong with helping people, with giving, with making someone's day better. That's what life's really about, right? We're here to make this world a little lighter, a little softer, a little more human. But here's where it gets tricky. In today's world, doing good has started to come with a camera, a caption, a post, a hashtag. We've started turning kindness into content. And I get it. Sometimes we want to inspire others. Sometimes we want to show the world that good people still exist. But let's be honest. Sometimes we're not doing it to inspire. We're doing it to impress. We're doing it to get claps for something that's supposed to come from the heart. But here's the truth. Real kindness doesn't need to be seen to be felt. Some of the most powerful things you'll ever do in life will never be posted, will never get a like, will never go viral. And that's okay, because they weren't meant for the world. They were meant for the moment, for that person, for their healing. You don't need to announce every time you help someone. You don't need a selfie with every person you give to. You don't need to broadcast your good deeds to prove you're a good person. Let your heart be your proof. Let your character speak when no one's watching. The most genuine acts of love, they're done in silence. They're done when nobody's looking. They're done with pure intention, not performance. You don't need the world's approval when you've already got peace in your soul. You don't need a round of applause for being human, because real impact, it's not measured in views. It's measured in lives touched, in hearts lifted, in quiet prayers answered because you showed up when it mattered most. So let this be your reminder. You don't have to shout your kindness to make it real. You don't have to prove your goodness. Just keep doing what you do. Keep giving. Keep loving. Keep being the light. And let your reward come in ways no camera can capture. In peace, in purpose, in knowing you made a difference, even if no one else knew. That's the kind of good that lasts. That's the kind of legacy that doesn't need to be seen. It's felt. So go ahead, be kind, be generous, be helpful, but do it from the heart, not for the hype, because your good deeds are sacred, and not everything sacred need an audience. Phew, if you made it this far, let me just say this. Thank you. Thank you for giving your time. Thank you for opening your heart. And thank you for being willing to grow. Because the truth is, not everyone's ready to hear stuff like this. Most people don't want to be told to move differently, to guard their energy, to stay quiet about certain things. But you're different. You're not here for the noise. You're not here for the attention. You're here because something in you knows there's a better way to live. There's a version of you that doesn't need to overshare, that doesn't feel the need to explain everything, that doesn't hand your power to people who haven't earned the right to hold it. You are stepping into a season of wisdom, of quiet growth, of focus elevation. And listen, this doesn't mean you become cold. It doesn't mean you shut everyone out. It just means you move with intention. You love deeply, but you also protect fiercely. You show up, but you don't perform. You shine, but you don't beg for eyes to watch. Because at the end of the day, your life is your own. And the more you keep sacred, the stronger you become. So let the world wonder what you're up to. Let them see the glow, but not the grind. Let them see the success, but not the struggle. Let your actions be your voice. Let your peace be your proof. Let your silence be your strength. And if you're ready to keep growing, if you're ready to protect your energy, your dreams, your peace, your purpose, then this space right here, this channel, it's for you. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to be real, to get stronger, to heal, to level up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. So if you felt something in this message, if this hit home, if it reminded you to move smarter, love deeper, and guard what matters most, don't just leave quietly. Subscribe. Join this journey. Because we're just getting started. There's a whole version of you that the world hasn't even seen yet. And trust me, it's worth protecting. It's worth building. It's worth fighting for. So thank you again for being here. Thank you for choosing growth. And remember this one last thing. You don't need to share everything. You don't need to explain your every move. You just need to stay focused, stay grounded, and keep becoming who you're meant to be. The quiet ones? Yeah, they're usually the ones making the loudest impact. Stay solid, stay true, and above all, stay private. Your power is in your silence. Until next time, peace and love.